If you're here, it means one thing is already true. You believe content matters, you're invested in it, you've hired people, and you've probably bought gear, built systems, or started initiatives. And yet content still feels heavier than it should. Not because it isn't working at all, but because it still somehow comes back to you. And that's not a failure, it's a signal. And here's the truth that most leaders never hear, is that content doesn't break because of effort. It breaks because there's no shared execution structure. What usually exists is this: the leaders carry clarity, the team carries task, and no system connects the two. So content lives in the conversation, approvals, revisions, and follow-ups instead of infrastructure. So the creator mode exists to fix that exact gap. And this is not a content course, and it's also not a content agency by any means. It's a execution operating system that gets installed into you and your team. And it happens in 3 clear phases. Phase 1 is clarity and alignment. This is where everything slows down on purpose, because before content can move faster, it has to stop living in your head. So in this phase, we will clarify how you think. We'll also define what good actually means, and we'll align roles, expectations, and ownership. This is where leaders feel the first relief fast, because you stop translating your thinking over and over again. Next is phase 2, and that's execution installment. Once the clarity exists and everybody knows what they're gonna own, we install execution. This is where workflows get defined between you and your team, and the standards get set, meetings get simplified, and feedback stops looping endlessly. The best thing here is that your team finally knows what matters with your content strategy and production and what doesn't matter, and how to move without waiting on you. It's a huge thing. Content stops being reactive and starts becoming operational. Think systems, time savers, and buying your time back kind of mentality. So phase 3 is the scale plus the independence. And this is where the systems hold without you. Your team runs content, you advise instead of carry, and decisions happen without friction, and content becomes something your business has, not something you personally manage. And this is where the momentum really starts to happen within your organization. And to be very clear here, I'm not saying that you as the leader or whoever's gonna really be on camera most of the time sharing the value is not in action any longer. What I mean is that now you can strategize your time, bulk create content, and hand the rest off to your team who knows how to operate without your constant foresight, without your constant revisions, or without needing approval all the time from you. They can follow a system with checklists, to-do list, and this is all a bit customized to you and your team. That comes later. First, we start in phase 1 with the clarity. So if all this sounds really like a bunch of jargon, don't worry, we're gonna get there. And now here's the most important thing I want you to hear from this video. You are not expected to do everything in this system. Your job is not to become a content operator. Your role is to provide clarity, make decisions, and step out of the way once the system is installed. Each training that follows will fit cleanly into one of these phases. So nothing is random, nothing is rushed, and most importantly, nothing is happening out of order. And these videos are existing to give you the theory and the structure before I deep dive with you and your team on how the operation will work. So for now, don't worry about the tools, don't worry about the tactics, and don't worry about doing anything right. This first phase is about one thing: taking content out of your head and giving you a place for it to live. And that's where we start. In the next video, I'll show you exactly where that happens and why it changes everything for your team.